And the next match coming up here is women's singles between Ratchanok INTANON of Thailand against Mia BLICHFELDT of Denmark. INTANON, 23 years of age, BLICHFELDT, 20 years of age. Ratchanok INTANON won the World Championship in 2013. And Mia BLICHFELDT, to follow here in the white t-shirt from Denmark, is the youngest ever national champion when she won in 2014. When she won that national championship, she actually broke the record from a very well-known figure in international badminton, Camilla Martin, a former world champion from 1999. Here we've got BLICHFELDT in the picture, and of course Ratchanok INTANON from Thailand.
Red, black.
And the head-to-head between these two players, as you can see, Ratchanok leads to 1-0, and they met in the Malaysian Open, which was not long ago. It's just 4 weeks ago. And the score was 21-19, 21-12. And here we have Ratchanok INTANON. And she's actually the only one who has beaten Tai Tzu-Ying since September last year. Can you imagine? The only one that Tai Tzu-Ying has lost to is the lady from Thailand. So a very, very strong contender as well here for the World Championship. And here we've got the profile of Mia BLICHFELDT, age 20, 172 centimeters. Her ranking is 19 at the moment, and the highest ranking she has had is number 15. That happened on the 5th of July this year. And her way to this second round, she beat Natalia Berminova of Russia yesterday. Very convincing, 21-13, 21-9 in just 32 minutes. That could have been a tough match, but she really made it look easy. Her opponent, as previously mentioned, world champion in 2013, age 23, 169 centimeters high, and her ranking at the moment is number 4. The highest Ratchanok has been is number 1 in the world, and she's been number 1 in the world for 2 weeks, and that happened in April 2016. She had a bye in the first round, so this is her first match of the tournament. And it's not easy to play the first match against someone who have already played a match and has settled into the court. So maybe the first few minutes can be a little bit nervy, can be a little bit tense. But I'm sure that Ratchanok has got that experience it takes to handle such a situation. Here we have the Thailand coaching bench.
Ready, play.
Danish coach Kim Nielsen, who is in charge of lots of the women's singles in Denmark. And he's already explaining about remember the drift in the hall. Mia BLICHFELDT is a player with a lot of temperament. She's really very, very tough on herself when it comes to analyzing what did go wrong and what did go well. And that's a very, very good sign, trying to learn so hard from her own experiences.
And on my left,
And this is the
Ratchanok
umpire Kong
INTANON,
from
Thailand.
China, and the service judge Wright from England.
Level, play.
Going wide on that sideline, the sideline that you have to watch out. But as I said, this is the first match that Ratchanok is playing, so she is so excused. It's not easy. She's got to settle down first, and that will take at least some minutes. What a good way to get out of a situation like that when you're a little bit nervous. Maybe it's really the best just to go for the big shots here. Get the attack, get the adrenaline going. Good follow-up here by BLICHFELDT.
Service over.
Good attack down the line and the follow-up. So it will be interesting to see whether Ratchanok had already registered that one, and next time she's going cross-court in her backhand defense. Yeah, it's interesting, these two players definitely having contrasting styles. Very stylish Thailand player here. Smooth in her actions, the way she plays technically, how she moves on court. And obviously very aggressive, Mia BLICHFELDT opposite. She's a hard worker, BLICHFELDT from Denmark. And once again, going wide on that sideline, same corner, something she's got to watch out. And the Danish girl here, 4-1 up. And this time it's going long on the back line.
5-1.
Play there by Ratchanok. Yeah, beautiful setup at the net with that spinning drop shot, forcing the short lift, and then look at this reverse. This one here is setting it up so nicely, but look at this reversed one. Perfect. How she's catching BLICHFELDT completely on the wrong foot. There's no doubt that the shuttle, the speed of the shuttle is quite slow. It's a big stadium here, and that's to the favor of Mia BLICHFELDT. And a little bit to a disadvantage of Ratchanok, the more technical player of the two.
Service over. 6-2.
Right shot by Intanon there. I'm quite sure that would have been a winner had this one come over. I'm not sure BLICHFELDT would have got to it. Well, that doesn't really matter. It went into the net. And BLICHFELDT is having a good start here, 7-2 up. And what I said just earlier, it will take a little bit of time for Ratchanok to settle down. This is her first match of the tournament. And next to Kim Nielsen now is Jakob Høj, also one of the national coaches in Denmark. BLICHFELDT had a very, very good All England. The first Danish women's singles to get to the quarter-final of the All England since Tina Baun did it. Quite some years back now, so it's good for Denmark to have yet another women's singles into the quarter-finals of the All England. She beat the seeded player Michelle Lee of Canada on the way to that quarter-final.
Service over. 9-3.
By Ratchanok, really good play. First into the deep forehand corner, then into the deep backhand corner. BLICHFELDT can't really get out of trouble here. The backhand corner, really forcing that backhand shot. Try to look at that, then cross-court smash. As the match progresses, of course, I will explain about Ratchanok as well and all her very, very fine achievements in badminton.
Service over. 10-4.
She's been into 12 Super Series finals. She's got 6 titles and 6 runners-up. So Mia BLICHFELDT goes into the mid-game interval here with a lead of 11-4. And here we have that final shot. It's not going over.
Når du får muligheden i duellen her, så skal vi lige snart have et temposkift. Ikke på den lange stav, men i duellen, hvor vi så står ind på kroppen også. Så hun lige ved, at der kommer noget med bede i også. Ikke? Men vent på, at chancen er der. Så flyt ind på bagbanen. Ikke så hun selv skal skabe noget, det bryder hun sig ikke om. Du har lige den perfekte højde nu på din løft, så hun ikke får tid til at stå dernede og slå sin slag. Hold fast derinde nu. Stadig klar efter kort selv, når man ser. Godt spillet.
11-4, play.
So 11-4 it is. Not only is it the first match in the World Championship for Ratchanok, but I think in all due respect as well, it must be mentioned that she was injured in playing the... she was supposed to play the Thailand Open 3 weeks ago, and had to pull out due to injury, so hopefully she's okay, but maybe that's also playing a small role in all this. 5-11, let's see if the former world champion can catch up here.
Next single match, India, BWF.
Yeah, good attack down the line by Ratchanok INTANON.
Service over. 6-12.
She has made quite a lot of errors, mistakes here in the early stages of this first game, but surely she's got the experience, if anyone has got it, to settling in this match and starting to add on the pressure on the Danish player.
Service over. 13-6.
Lucky shot there.
14-6.
Just coming over, clip the top of the tape. And absolutely no chance for Ratchanok to get that one back. BLICHFELDT just apologizes for her good fortune here. Serving 14-6 up in the first game against the number 4 seed at the World Championship here in Nanjing. That shot down the center of the court with a beautiful disguise, setting it all up with a nice finish at the net. Good play there by Ratchanok, getting out of trouble really well. BLICHFELDT with that drive down the line. This is a good rally. Wonderful play here by Ratchanok. Really forcing the issues here. Good attack.
14.
A lot of cross-court shots. Couldn't get to it, despite all the efforts. But she defended it well, was in trouble all the way in that rally, but defended it well. But this is how we normally see Ratchanok play, really chasing her opponent around. But sometimes she can be a little bit passive in her game, which means that she tends to follow a bit more than start to dictate and control. Yeah, nice variation here, taking the pace off so nicely on that slice. Drop shot from the forehand. And BLICHFELDT is 15-9 up. Well played by BLICHFELDT here, 16-9. Try to have a look at this one. Yeah, well defended. Ratchanok is doing the only right thing, trying to close that net down as well as possible. She had the upper hand, but well defended by BLICHFELDT.
INTANON challenges called out.
The shot is called out. I'm sure it's out. This is what I would call a tactical challenge, because I possibly think that Ratchanok INTANON here is just wanting to have a small break, a small opportunity to regroup a bit, and as you can see is way out. So that I would call a tactical challenge. It's unsuccessful, as you can see, and she's got one challenge remaining.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 17-9.
Just 4 points away from taking this opening game. Mia BLICHFELDT to serve. Yeah, good shot here. This time finding the corner nicely.
10-17.
Going along on the back line. The thing is, it all depends on what kind of decision Ratchanok is taking now. Does she want to try to catch up? Still very difficult. It's a long way up there. She's trailing by 6 points. Or is she going to save her energy and then go all out in that second game coming up? Be an interesting choice for the Thailand player to take. Let's call out, and we have another challenge here. This time is BLICHFELDT. It's definitely out, which means that the challenge is unsuccessful.
One challenge remaining.
So
12-17.
So now just 5 points in it. Last time they met in Malaysia, INTANON won 21-19 in that first game. It's going wide on the sideline now, 18-12, just 3 points away.
Service over, 18-12.
即将在2号场地进行的是男子双打比赛，来自韩国的组合郑义熙、金德佑对阵来自马来西亚的组合谢霆锋、苏伟毅。Coming up on 4-2 men's doubles match from Korea, Chong Yu-soo, and from Malaysia,
19-12.
Woo Ying-soo.
Yeah, as you can hear, Mia BLICHFELDT is a feisty player, bringing some of her tennis situation into badminton here. Good shot by INTANON. Really good shot.
Service over.
It would, however, be interesting to see whether she once in a while will go cross court, because this is by far her favorite smash. And she also needs to look for some sort of variation to her game. Once again, the smash down the line,
40,
closing the gap to 5 points. But this time, BLICHFELDT is just 2 points away from clinching this first game. Yeah, I would say that's bad luck. That is really bad luck. It's a very nice attacking clear there by BLICHFELDT, just out on the back line. But had that one been in, it would have been a winner.
Service over. 20, game point, 15.
So game point has arrived here for Mia BLICHFELDT. 20, game point 15. And that will be quite an upset here if the young Dane should be able to win this match.
Service over. 16, 20.
Intanon was the first ever to win 3 Super Series titles in 3 consecutive weeks when she won the India, Malaysia and Singapore Open in 2016. A player with a great badminton CV is losing this first game 21-16.
21-16.
And here we have the small celebration by the Danish player. And the confirmation, 21-16 in 21 minutes.
รอแล้วก็บุกไม่ได้ว่าเรื่องถอยตัวเข้าไปหาลูกแล้วสองคือว่าเสิร์ฟหลังอันนี้ไม่ต้องถอยไกลแล้วบีบเลยบีบว่าบีบเล่นมาเมย์ถอยไกลปุ๊บตบเบามาเมย์สะดุ้งเมย์พยายามเข้าหาลูกบีบวางง่ายๆวางในกลางไม่ต้องตกใจใช่ป่ะ
มันล็อกติดไง
มันล็อกติดเพราะว่ามีเรา passer hun lidt, når der er de dybe hjørner også, når vi spiller over hende også. Men så prøver hun jo at angribe for tidligt. Hun vil jo gerne have vej til angreb. Når du springer ind lidt foran, hun har sat sig med plads foran. Og spiller godt der. Du spiller godt med hende. Så starter du lige med et par eksplosive dueller, og så kører det igen. Lige prøve at finde bagbanen herinde. Det kan også se ud som, at det er lidt hurtigt heroverfra. Okay, kom så.
So ready to commence the second game. Mia BLICHFELDT to serve, love or play. It's called in by the line judge. BLICHFELDT managed to control that very crucial down the line shot, where the wind is definitely not helping her. And yet another good attack down that line, making it a 2-love up for the Danish girl, 20 years of age. been the best Danish women's singles player for the past few years, but she has not managed to win the national championship, where she has lost to Mette Poulsen on the last 2 occasions where Mette Poulsen have won the national championship.
Service over. 3-1.
Good defend by Ratchanok here. Good cross court there by BLICHFELDT. Very, very even rally. Good play by Ratchanok. And that won't go far on the back line.
Service over.
That was a good pressure rally by Ratchanok here. But she's got to find something special today. It's not really going her way at the moment, and she's got to find that special whatever it takes to open up this match. Once again, that favorite smash down the line. And that is quite awesome by BLICHFELDT, that attack there. This cross, the follow-up, but look at that, again reversed. It's like a brush at the net. And really putting the pressure on INTANON here. See, that's what I meant. Want to go some of these cross-court smashes, because she has been going down the line almost on every single one of them, which means that there's no doubt that in the Danish camp they have seen a lot of videos on INTANON, and they know that that smash is coming. So it's beautiful to see the variation here from INTANON. Yeah, got up to that one very early.
6-3.
Somehow it looks like that INTANON really haven't got that confidence and believe that she can do it. Maybe that injury is really playing on her mind, the one that kept her out of the Thailand Open 2 weeks ago. Beautiful shot here, very sharp.
4-6.
She's got to start playing shots like that to keep her in the match, because BLICHFELDT, she would just be coming at her and coming at her and coming at her. She is a very confident young girl at the moment. Ratchanok INTANON played a very, very important part of Thailand winning the silver in the Uber Cup at the end of May this year. The tournament played in Bangkok, and they pulled off a massive surprise when they beat China in that semi-final, went on to play Japan in the final. 8-4 it is. Mia Blichfeldt of Denmark. No doubt Ratchanok really needs, she's lacking some speed in her legs. It's a shot that she would normally quite easily get to, but this time she just get the racket to it. 9-4, and a surprise, an upset here is perhaps just around the corner, who knows. As always, complete fighting spirit here by Blichfeldt. On the floor on that one, almost on the floor for the next one as well. That's how we know her.
Thank you. Play.
There's no doubt that Mia Blichfeldt is into a positive development at the moment. For the past year or so, she's just got a little bit better, adding on a layer upon layer every time we see her. And I think the circumstances here in Nanjing is really supporting her game very well.
Mia Blichfeldt challenges called out.
And we have a challenge here. The shot is called out. And on that picture, it definitely looks out. But let's see. Intanon having the shuttle in her hand. And yes, it's out. Hawkeye
One challenge remaining.
has spoken and is definitely out.
6-10.
So Intanon is just hanging on. Trailing 6-10. So this time the Danish player here, Mia Blichfeldt, goes into the mid-game interval with a lead of 11-6. In the first game, it was 11-4.
Play.
Pin that one on the line once again.
12-6.
Despite the fact that it's a tricky side, but she's got to watch out for the drift in the hole. But once again, right on the line. Good start for Mia Blichfeldt here. Definitely look like we have a surprise. An upset just around the corner here. Last time I saw Ratchanok INTANON lose a first round, that was at the All England this year in March, where she also lost the first round. Hopefully, if you're from Thailand and supporting Thailand player, then that will not happen. She's just 5 points behind. But somehow she just looked like she's really got what it takes today.
หยุดอะม้าหยุดตลอดอะ
Yeah, good play by Ratchanok INTANON there. Nicely disguised. On many occasions she's got cross-court in that shot, but this time she's going straight. Very short, very tight. Try to have a look. Landing well before that first line, and that's a sign of a good shot. Now the time is for INTANON here to stage a comeback. Trailing 4 points, it's definitely still possible. And now Mia Blichfeldt really have to watch out she's not getting over-eagerly ambitious and wants to finish the rallies too soon. She has been playing very patiently, especially when you compare to what her normal playing style is. She has been very patient, but now it looks like she's maybe forcing the issues a bit here. And she's got to watch out. Passing.
Service over. 14-10.
Good pressure shot. Fast attacking lift cross court from the backhand side there from INTANON.
14.
Really well played. These are the kinds of shots that she's got to find now to create the openings and put on the pressure on the Danish player here in the white t-shirt.
Godt ramt der. Hvis der ikke kilder for meget i armen, så er det kroppen. Okay.
Yeah, good reverse smash here by Blichfeldt. Edging closer and closer and closer to that upset. Perhaps beating the only player in the world at the moment that's been able to beat Tai Tzu Ying. I'm sure a lot of people, if they have seen the draw and they are keen badminton watchers, they have been possibly looking forward to a clash exactly between Ratchanok INTANON and Tai Tzu Ying of Chinese Taipei. Somehow, it might not happen. Yeah, lucky net caught there by INTANON. She definitely needs it, and she's closing it just to 2 points. 13-15. And you can start hearing that the Danish bench, the coaching bench, is becoming a bit more active behind. They also sense that this is becoming extremely important now. That's a clever smash going down the line rather than going cross-court, opening up. That smash down the line is playing the shot to the same side as where Ratchanok is coming from in the beginning, and that makes it so difficult for her to make that turn. That's why it was so effective. 16-13, 5 points away.
Just 4 points away now from this huge upset.
Service over. 14-17.
So just 2 points again. Intanon is just hanging on in there. And once again, that smash down the line, exactly where Intanon was coming from.
18-15.
Good fighting spirit by BLICHFELDT. Once again on the floor, scraping it back. Intanon finishing it, apologizing for this one, having no intention whatsoever.
16-18.
It's a good thing she's turning her head away from that one. That's what you have to be careful of. As you don't get a shuttle in your eye, that can be very, very dangerous. And here we see the two coaches on the Danish coaching bench, Kim Nielsen and Jakob Høj. Of course, they sense it. It's very tense. Just 3 points away from this big upset. And somehow I feel that if Intanon is not able to raise her game higher than this, maybe she should have considered her participation in this tournament. But I know how it is, I know how it feels when you are there as a player. You believe you can do it, and you think you can really work the best, and look at that. Slipped on that one as well. It's not comfortable. It's nothing major, but just a small scare. I hope. Might be a bit more, let's see. Maybe we will get it in slow motion. Here we got it. This is the one where she slips. She slips on that front foot. and getting stuck in that deep forehand corner here. Look at this. See how she's slipping. And the muscles in her leg is completely trying to get a grip on it and not to fall even further. But, you know, a twisted ankle like that can be very troublesome. And it's not a good sign when you take off the shoe. Gonna have some cool spray on it. I have a feeling she wants to fight on. All respect for that. Not giving up now. Yeah, look at this one. Okay, banging that left knee into the floor as well. That can be painful if you really hit hard. Referee on court as well with the tournament doctor from Sweden.
Thank you.
So from a personal experience, it's obviously very difficult for Intanon in a situation like this, but it can be equally important or difficult for Mia BLICHFELDT. She was in a zone, she was doing well, 18-16 up, 19-16 up now, and suddenly the whole rhythm is broken. Can she find it again? If she makes one or two mistakes here, it's completely open, and she's got to stay focused. There is no doubt about that.
Service over.
So if you look at it from the perspective of both the players, this is not an easy situation. Starting off with this first attacking shot, the smash to the backhand side of BLICHFELDT. Definitely a good choice here by Intanon. Closing the gap to just 2 points. Can she do it? The former world champion from 2013. Can she do it? Twice runner-up at the All England. This is crucial. This is very, very crucial indeed. Oh, good attack there by Intanon. Really good attack. And what I said just before, did Intanon break the rhythm of BLICHFELDT
18-19.
by having this injury gap? Now it's just 1 point in it. Going on 3 points in a row, and it's all square now in this second game, 19-all. BLICHFELDT is looking really, really strong, and then suddenly it's 19-all. Good spinning net shot there by Intanon, and that is bringing up game point for Intanon, taking 4 in a row here. As I mentioned earlier, it's not an easy situation, even for BLICHFELDT. And here she's just lost a lead of 19-16, 20-19 down. Game point for the Thailand player. broken there maybe for BLICHFELDT. No, it's not. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. We have a challenge on it, but I am convinced it's in. It's call out. It's call out. Then BLICHFELDT has to challenge. BLICHFELDT have to challenge. We have a challenge.
BLICHFELDT challenges.
Yeah, 2019. Of course, there had to be a challenge on it, whether it was INTANON or BLICHFELDT. And it's called in, which means it's 20 all. Good choice here by BLICHFELDT.
Service over. 20 all.
Means that 2 points extra is required. You have to win with a 2-point margin. 22, 20, 23, 21, and so forth. Come to 29, 29. It's a sudden death. Well defended by BLICHFELDT. This is a good shot. Awesome shot by INTANON. Cross court.
Service over.
And the second game point up here for Ratchanok INTANON. Have escaped the claws of the young Dane here, being 19-16 down, winning 22-20. Here we got the confirmation, 22-20 in 31 minutes. And there's some picking up to do here by the Danish coach.
Så nu går vi ind, og så holder vi konceptet her. Ligger vi højt på forbanen. Stadigvæk gerne dobbeltløft over hende. Du får formentlig den lidt langsomme side nu. Så lige vær sikker på, at du får længde nok på din løft. Og så når du ligger højt en gang med skæring foran hende også. Stadig ind, og så sæt skruen ud i dit angrebsspil. Game medที่บอกแล้วว่าให้บีบไปก่อนแต่ไม่ได้บีบแบบเร็วใช่บีบไปก่อนวางแบบคุมจังหวะวางจังหวะวางShot is great, but we need your time. How many seconds left? เวลาเมย์วางก็เมย์วางคุมอ่ะเมย์วางคุมแล้วพอเข้าหน้ามาก็ไปหลัง Okay, no more time. Okay. 30 seconds left. เวลาเมย์วางคุมถึงเวลาเข้าหน้ามาเมย์ก็ไปหลังคือเมย์วางกับเมย์จะแบบวางเมย์เน้นวางเร็วมากเมย์ช้าถ้าเมย์รีแลกลูกมันจะบอกด้วยถ้าไม้เรารีแลกจะมีสปีดอ่ะตัวหนูเร็วนะแต่ลูกไม้เมย์จับไม้ลูกบอกเช็คไม้หน่อยเช็คนิ้วชี้นิ้วโป้งสูงหน่อยเมย์กำอย่างเงี้ยมาก
Yeah, not only have an injury for Ratchanok INTANON, but we also have an injury here, but it's a small blood injury on the knee of Mia BLICHFELDT. Getting attended by the doctor, the tournament doctor. She's really have to compose herself, get back into this match. It was a massive disappointment, I'm sure. She was 19-16 up in that second game, having won the first, and somehow INTANON managed to escape, and that must have been a really big disappointment for Mia BLICHFELDT. And we're soon ready to resume this match.
Final game. Double play.
Ratchanok INTANON ready to commence this third and final game. Love all play. And that's going wide on the sideline.
Russia, Konstantin Aramo, Alexander Zenchenko.
It's called out, and we have a challenge.
Ratchanok INTANON challenges called out.
So interesting that Ratchanok INTANON also had treatment between the two games, the second and the third game here. And then also Mia BLICHFELDT had some treatment for a small blood injury on her knee. But this one here, let's have a look at that. It's very close. And it's called in, which means that the challenge is successful. And Ratchanok goes a 2-love up in this third game. This is not good for the blood injury once again. But let's see, getting the floor wiped first, and then maybe it was the other knee. Anyway, we are ready to resume. 3-love for the favourite, Ratchanok INTANON, the number 4 seed. And here, what a wonderful shot down the line. And BLICHFELDT really have to watch out now, because she is starting to become rather negative about it, talking to the coaches, I could see, and obviously possibly feel how unlucky that could be. I was 19-16 up against an opponent that got injured, and I didn't make it, and now I'm 4-love down in the final game here. It's definitely playing on her mind. She's just 20 years of age. That's going long.
Service over. 1-5.
En smule hårdere lige nu, men du er stadig med.
Encouragement from the coach, Kim Nielsen here. Just keep going, you're still there. 1-5.
Service over. 6-1.
Well, I'm sure the inner demons, if you can call it that, here in the Danish girl, Mia BLICHFELDT. She is definitely troubled, talking to herself inside all the time, possibly blaming herself for the fact that how come I couldn't get those 2 points. And as while she's doing that, it's all slipping away. Here now 7-1 down.
80% af det her præcise slag her, så det er også længere for mig, end det et temposkift, spillet 2 bold.
Yeah, lock on the side of the Thailand player here, but of course, seek your own lock, and this is really well played, that one, clipping the top of the tape, but look at that, the approach, making sure that should BLICHFELDT get that one back, she would be right there to attack it. That's going wide, so make it 9-1.
9-1.
Disappointment seems just too big for Mia BLICHFELDT, having had that great opportunity in the second game, simply just playing on her mind. Try to have a look at that. Out on the blue carpet. She has totally lost it right now. Can she recompose? Can she get back at the mid-game interval? I think the gap is too big. 10-1 for Ratchanok INTANON.
Coming up on court 2, women's single.
Service over. 2-10.
Malaysia, Sonia Shi.即将在4号场地进行的是男子双打比赛，马来西亚组合王梦溪、张玉宇对阵印度组合马马蒂尔、拉玛钱德兰。Coming up at 4-4 men's doubles match from Malaysia, Ong Singh, Teo Ye Yi from India, Arjun Nepal, Ratchanok
4-10.
So INTANON here also have to watch out a bit. I know there's still a massive gap, 6 points, but every single point that BLICHFELDT is getting, it is going to repair her confidence.
Service over. 11-4 interval. Change ends.
So going into the mid-game interval here with a lead, 11-4 for Ratchanok INTANON here in the picture.
พอจะเร่งเมย์ช้าเมย์ต้องตีจังหวะสบายๆแล้วเมย์ก็ไปสบายแล้วไปค่อยๆถอยขอสเปย์อีกเวลาเมย์เร่งอ่ะพอเมย์เร่งเมย์หยุดเลยเมย์หยุดเมย์รีบไปพอเมย์หยุดใช่ป่ะลูกมันเลยหลังว่าลูกมันเลยหลังหยุดปุ๊บเมย์ลูกเลยหลังเมย์ก็ตีไม่แม่นไม่ต้องถอยมา
หนูรู้ว่าแบบเหมือนตอนที่หนูเคยแพ้แบบเวลาเขาเล่นดันแล้วหนูจะฟาดตามเขาไงแล้วพอฟาดปุ๊บอย่างที่เคยบอกว่ามันจะเทิร์นเบามันจะแบบโอยใช่ไหมแล้วถ้าหนูทำจังหวะมันจะ
Clock 1, 20 seconds.
And once again here, Mia BLICHFELDT is calling the doctor. I think it's that blood injury that's reoccurring. And no matter what, if you're bleeding, then you have to be treated. However little it is, treatment is required according to the rules of the game.
about it and also
out of the picture, I can see that Ratchanok and the coach are talking quite extensively about how she should play and play with more disguised shots and so on. So that's an extra opportunity here for the Thailand bench to talk to the player. So we are all ready to begin again. Ratchanok INTANON serving 11-4 up here in the final game. Out. It's called out.
Service over. 5-0.
There is no doubt that Mia BLICHFELDT looked to have benefited from the mid-game interval. She looks much more composed now. 5-11. Good defensive shot there, but well played by INTANON. Really well played. Good follow-up means she gets it early and can play that cross-court at the net
Service over.
and add on the pressure. Trying to have a look at this, but she's moving up. Even before the opponent is up from the floor, the next shot is coming. But you have to admire the effort here by Mia BLICHFELDT. Always going 110% all out to get whatever shot. And we have a challenge. It's called in.
Mia BLICHFELDT challenges called in.
It's called in. But I have a sneaky feeling that this challenge might be unsuccessful. To me, from up here, from the commentary position, it looks like that shot was in by INTANON. But let's have a look. Here it comes, and yes, it's in, which means that the challenge is unsuccessful.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 13-5. Ratchanok INTANON challenges called in.
And now we have another challenge. This time is INTANON challenging on the back line here. The shot is called in. And in all fairness, I think that the umpire should ask... oh, that's close. It's probably in. But telling BLICHFELDT not to try to influence the linesperson and shout before the shot is actually called. It's called out.
Correction, out. 14-5.
So 14-5 it is. And INTANON here in a very commanding lead in the third and final game.
Service over. 6-14.
So this is very important for BLICHFELDT. She's got to get into it, but going wide and 15-6 down looks virtually impossible. Should it go the way it looks like at the moment, and Intanon is managing to pull this one off. After all, a lot of sympathy must go to the Danish girl that really had the opportunity, being 19-16 up in that second game, having won the first.
Service over. 7-15. Mia, BLICHFELDT.
เฮ็ดขึ้นกล้าบกรีดนิ้วอ่ะปล่อยหัว
7.
Ratchanok here just 5 points away from victory now. Going along on the back line.
17-7.
And I actually think that Intanon is playing a little bit on the slow side. I think there's a small drift, which means that BLICHFELDT is playing on the fast end. And it's very clever indeed for Intanon to keep changing the shuttles. That's what she's done on the last 2 or 3 shots or rallies. Because a new shuttle is a faster shuttle, which means that BLICHFELDT might not be able to control it on that back line.
8-17.
So, clever tactics by Ratchanok INTANON here. 8-17.
9-17. Change shuttle. Change shuttle.
Here, once again, Intanon tried to change the shuttle. And it seems like BLICHFELDT agreed to it, which means another new shuttle, which again means it's a faster shuttle. Can BLICHFELDT control this? Only time can tell. That's a nicely disguised shot there by BLICHFELDT. That drop shot really did it.
17.
Not only the disguise, but also very tight at the net. Setting up these 2 finishing shots here. This was the last one. And the gap is 7 points. Oh, that was a big chance there for Intanon. Going cross-court on that one.
Service over.
But got a second chance.
18-10.
And managed to finish it down the line on this one here. Going cross. Probably a bad choice, but then the last one was good. It's a weak response on such a good chance there. So now just 2 points for Ratchanok INTANON here, serving 19-10 up. match point has arrived for Intanon.
Match point 10.
A whole host of match points, to be exact. 10, 20 match point, 10 for the favorite from Thailand, Ratchanok Intanon, to serve. And here it comes. The favorite here from Thailand, Ratchanok Intanon, survived, was at the brink of defeat here, but survived in 3 games against BLICHFELDT from Denmark.
Match won by Ratchanok INTANON. 16-21, 22-20, 21-10.
So Ratchanok here survived the onslaught from the Danish young player here, 20 years of age, BLICHFELDT. She played a fantastic match, but in the third and final game, it was all over.